So what would you, what is not there, and what's the next season? Sort of.
Okay, so there's two answers to that. First of all, I am not per se a theorist. I am a metacritic. So there was a part of me that wished I were a theorist and I could come up with some great theory that would solve adaptation studies. I think that that's not going to happen, certainly not from me. So that's a kind of fantasy. But I think the reality is that the argument I've at least traced or decided on says that that can't happen. But the other thing was I had a lot more about parts of speech. I had a lot more of rhetorical figures. But the problem with all of that is it becomes very categorical, and some are more interesting than others. So that was what I cut. But when you say what's missing, the second half of that answer is all of this stuff going on with adaptation and new media, the kind of thing that Eckert's doing with posthumanism and Kyle's doing with new media. And that was all incipient when I was doing the research for this. So I feel like what I want to do next is have a look at adaptation and new media. But I think part of me is wanting to return a little bit to my literary roots. So the research question that interests me the most right now is what is happening to literature via new media? Things like Insta poetry and bite-sized snackable literature delivered to your inbox, War and Peace in 1,000 installments or whatever it is. I'm very interested in that because one of the things I said in the book is when I do scholarship, I want to find out things I don't know. So I felt like a lot of what happens with theory is people take a theory and they use it to continually affirm what they already know and believe in new material after new material after new material. So for aesthetic formalism, your aesthetic values. For political ideologies, your political ideologies. There's a place for that. But for me, I want to discover things I don't already know. Although sometimes I think maybe I return to what I already knew.